Welcome to Covered in Pet Hair. I'm here with my friend Tim Link. And Tim, I would like to invite you to, I guess, play a little game with me or just do a little bit of a questionnaire with me. I'm not sure how familiar you are with Inside the Actors Studio. Do you remember that show?
My grandparents remember that show very well. I have no knowledge of it. Yes, I definitely know.
So the late and great James Lipton used to ask a bunch of questions at the end of the show to all of his guests. And it's actually based on the Pivot Questionnaire, which was by Mr. Pivot, a Frenchman who started it on one of his shows in France. And James Lipton adopted it for Inside the Actors Studio. And I am adopting it for Covered in Pet Hair, but I'm making it pet related.
Okay.
And you're my first victim.
Well, I'm glad it's not a Barbara Waters one. I don't want to be crying here. So.
Well, you might. I mean, I hope to pull at your heartstrings. I don't know. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's answer a few questions. There are no wrong answers.
Okay.
Favorite breed?
Favorite breed? Schnauzer, hypoallergenic, good dog. Yaps a lot.
No surprise there whatsoever. Least favorite breed?
Oh, gosh. Now, are we talking dogs or are we talking any animals?
Any animal.
Because I deal with wildlife and, all kinds of different critters out there. Least favorite, and it has to be a breed, right? Oh, boy, that's a tough one. I hate to pick on my cat friends, but as I mentioned, I've been doing this a long time, but I'm allergic to cats. So like a Himalayan, purebred, Siamese Himalayan type thing, kills me. Plenty of Claritin and different stuff like that in the mouth.
All right. Do your pets sleep in your bed with you?
Absolutely. Yep. Kramer's at the very top, at the head between mom and dad, and Sissy, Dusty, is down in the bottom. And that's where we're at. That's where and you would think the small dog would want to be at the top, but no, she's the princess. She's got her own little throne at the bottom. So absolutely.
Again, don't tell my pets what your pets enjoy, because I will not be in good graces over here.
Just send the check my way.
Who or what wakes you up in the morning?
It's one of those things where I think over time we've gotten used to a certain routine, certain calendar, and we know animals love their routines, but humans love our routines. So really we don't have, we set the alarm. This is the phone alarm, and we have the old timey alarms on the side of the bed as well, but they never go off. It's 8:30. I get up at 8:30 every day. And that's the benefit, because my wife works from home. My dogs are here at home. I'm here often when I'm not traveling. So 8:30 is natural wake up call, and don't need anything else.
Nice. Very nice. All right. What's your most used training command or cue?
Listen. That's the one I start off with. Listen. And then I tell them what it is, what they need to do, and why is this going to be good for them. Or if I'm leaving, I tell them where I'm going, when I'll be back, and what are they to do while I'm gone. But I want to so I think for me, from a training standpoint, you got to get their attention first. So if it's using a listen or another positive energy keyword, you can do that. Or if you want to snap your fingers, clap your hands, get their attention, then set the table. So listen's nice. Listen.
I might try that on the kids.
Yeah, but you got to do it positively. That's the key. You can't say, listen to me. I've got a belt on. No, that's not.
Like Ursula the Sea Witch?
That's right.
Okay. What is your least used training command or cue?
I am a positive energy guy. So I've written a lot of my good friends, Victoria Stillwell from It's Me or the Dog, positive training, positive reinforcement. I'm not into command training. I'm not into, pack leader type training. I think it's very short lived. I think after a while, it's sort of like a rebellious teenager. You can do it for so long, but then they're going to rebel. So you got to be positive with them. So I think my least favorite is being harsh. You can't, a training technique where you're being harsh to try to be the command leader of it. It's not going to work for you long term. I
agree. What pet related noise do you love?
Oh gosh. Pet related noise do I love? That's so hard. I get kisses. My wife actually gets jealous because I get more kisses than she does. I think it's because I eat sloppily and I get lots of kisses, whatever. But I love the kisses, and we're not talking French kisses. We're not talking like all over, but little puppy kisses. And I like that little sound of the little kisses of the tongue. That's the thing that really makes me happy.
That's adorable. Okay, what pet-related noise do you hate?
Oh, barking. Love schnauzers, but they're terriers. And if you have a terrier, not saying every terrier is this way, but it's going to happen. I'll tell you a great story. Before we knew, Kim's allergic to dog fur. So that's why we have hypoallergenic dogs like schnauzers. But how it all came about, a short story, is her dad had a schnauzer years ago named Fritz. And Fritz never barked. I mean, I was around Fritz quite often, and it's like next to never barked. So when we were talking about getting dogs and what kind of dogs to get, and of course we love schnauzers and hypoallergenic, whatever, I'm like, I'd love to have a dog like Fritz that doesn't bark. Now, this is long before I started doing what I'm doing today, when we had our first schnauzer. So I just assumed, not doing my research or not having schnauzers early on, because we had Pomeranians early on, that schnauzers don't bark. Yeah. If you got a terrier, you got a small dog terrier, there's probably a good 99.9% chance that they're going to bark at anything and everything. So yeah, that gets a little bit, it's like, breathe and talk to them. Don't blow your top.
Enough! Again, Ursula the Sea Witch.
Yes, exactly.
All right. What pet-related profession, other than your current pet-related profession, would you like to have?
Boy, pet-related profession that I have.
You've done so much. It's hard, right?
I know.
You've done so much already in the pet industry.
Yeah, I mean, I've written books, I've done audios, I do workshops, I've done speaking events, I've done television shows. I think the one that I've come closest to doing that hasn't manifested yet is hosting my own show, hosting my own television show. We've gotten close on that many, many times, and through the COVID-19, that sort of interrupted the latest version of that. I've been on TV a ton of times, which I'm thankful for, but having my own show so I can get the message out, because still, even today, there's so many great ways to get the message out there. There's videos and streaming and everything that's just wonderful. But having a TV show sort of gives validity in the American conscious that, hey, this guy is real, and I can sort of see what he does, even though, you're on television. So I think that's the next one that's going to come about, and then I can go to the mountains and call it a day.
I love that. I hope that works out for you too, because I would
Thank
love to see you in your place on TV. That would be awesome.
Yay.
All right. So what pet-related profession would you not like to do?
Oh gosh, I have scoop stalls. I was the former president of a humane society, which you would think would be glamorous, but there's plenty of times when you have to deal with disasters and dealing with the heartaches of animals, these type of things. But I think that if I had to do it, oh goodness, and I'm not a big fan on zoo surgeries and things like that. That seems to be very popular television shows, and that's when I sort of pick up the phone and do something different while they do the surgery thing. So let's call it a full-time. I actually have there is a business you can have. I won't name the name of the business, but it is poop scooping. They will come to your house.
Yes, yeah.
Yep. And I don't think that's the one business I would want. Maybe I'll own it and let somebody else do it, but no. So let's just say it's the official poop scooper. The next time we're on together, I don't want that added to my array of things that I've done. Though I do have plenty.
I'll make sure not to. If you ever start your own poop scooping business, I'll just call you a pet entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
All right. So last one. If the Rainbow Bridge exists, who is the first pet that greets you when you arrive?
Well, the Rainbow Bridge does exist. I mean, my belief, what I've been told, what I have learned through the animals through all these years is when we make our transition, I believe this is for any energy out there, whether it's humans or animals, we release from the golden cord that attaches us to our bodies, same thing with our animals, and we go back up to this wonderful universal space of love. And that is heaven. That is universal space of love, is what I call it, Rainbow Bridge. All of it's the same place. We all go back to the manifestation. And so you will see your animals again. There's no doubt about it. They come to you now, but also you'll visit them. I think you'll be greeted by those that you expect to be greeted with, and some you didn't know. some that had heart connections with people that you had heart connections with and you didn't know. So this could be your, your parents' pets, your grandparents' pets you had when you were a kid. Yeah. So they'll come to you because once you have that heart connection, it's always going to be in place. So I'm looking forward to all of them. There's so
Can you
many.
think of one specifically that you would, that just
Yeah, I think the
would
one
be
that
the first?
yeah, the one, and I think with the gift that I have, I'm able to communicate with most of them. But they have their own lives in afterwards and what they're going to be doing. But I will say one. If I had to narrow it down, I had a dog when I was growing up named Bandit. He was a collie shepherd mix, and heading through all my youth, all the way through college, and I came home from college during a break, and mom and dad wasn't home yet, and so I went to the backyard because he was an outdoor dog, and he wasn't there. And nobody had told me, and he'd left weeks before and they didn't tell me. So I went on this massive search long before I had my gifts that I have now. And so, he lived a long life. He lived to be 16 years old. So it was a great life, though it was a hard life because he lived in Indiana in the outdoor winters. And, we lived in a very, very 675 square foot house that didn't have indoor plumbing until I came along. So thank you for having the third kid, mom and dad. You got indoor plumbing. So we came from very modest means. And so any animal that you did have, this was the only animal that I was allowed to have, was Bandit outside. So he was a very hardy dog. But that's the one I want to sit down and have a conversation because, as you go away you graduate from high school, you go to college, or you get married, or you join the military, or whatever path you take, you don't get back as often. You don't get back home as often. So that leaves not only you not being able to see your siblings and your parents, but also your furry feathered friends, and that's the one I want to sit down with, have a chat with for a little bit more detail and spend some more time with him since I didn't get to in my youth.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Tim, for chatting with me, for opening your heart and your story and sharing your gift with me and with our listeners. And to learn more about Tim Link, make sure you listen to our full interview on Pet Life Radio. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon.
Okay, cool.
Yay. Thank you, Tim.
Yay. You're welcome. You're welcome. I held the tears back, barely.
I know. When you started talking about us seeing It's Too Soon Since Socks Left, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, it's always tough. It never gets easier. People ask me, when they're going to make their transition, what their wishes are, what I should do. And, I've told them, just even from personal experience, I've had some that have passed away in my arms. Some have passed away with veterinarian help. Some have gotten injured or hurt or killed, these type of things. And none of it's easy. None of it's easy. You always remember, and you just have to know that, the sad tears eventually will turn into happy tears. You'll have more memories of all those great times and the funny and silly and goofy things that they used to do, or how they drove you totally bonkers, but now it's fun compared to where it was back then. And I think that's the key. That's the key.
That is the key. Well, thank you again. And thank you, Mark.
Yay.
That's all I got for you guys.
Okay.
All right, my dear. Give the babies a hug and the big baby a hug too. He needs one.
I will. Likewise to everybody over there. And I do want to catch up with you at some point in the next couple months.
Thank you, my dear. Big hugs.
Thank you.